You, it's Monday again. Another week is done, another week is gone. July, right? So it's like first half of the year is gone. We are like closer to Christmas than farther away. I hope that makes sense. Right, how are we doing this morning? I am so excited to show this bracelet off to you. So you know I love all spiral stitches, and I'm gonna just pop this on to show you how nice does it look on the wrist. I love spiral stitches, and I wanted to do something which is a little bit more unisex rather than just like no, I like pretty stuff. I like pearls and crystals, like always. I was a magpie in a previous life, but I wanted to do something a little bit more unisex, so it's like somewhat for the male of in our life as well. We could make some, and the colors I come up with, so the color variations I have put together, I try to stick with color variations so it gives you more like in because one kit will make you two bracelets, so one color will be a little bit more femalish and the other one is going to be a little bit more malish, so I'm kind of wait to show them to you. So I got one finished bracelet here, then I got all of these little samples that I'm going to show off to you with all the different colors. But let me know, how are you? Let me know how's the weather where you are. I love our little weather report in every single morning, what we had from around, no, not just the UK, from around the world really. Say hi if this is the first time you're watching. Let us know where you're watching from. And if you've got a question, please put a Q in front of your question. If you got a tip for us, please put a T in front of your tip so I can very easily identify it and I can bring it out and show it to you. Right, let me just bring up, there we go, there, and then I'm very quickly going to say hello to you all, and then we're going to get started. I really cannot wait to show this one to you. It's so beautiful. Right, good morning, Edward, Angela, Sandra, Camille, says it's sunny in Wiltshire. Good morning, Linda, Annie, Debbie, Sheila, Gwen, Mina. Finished my working with, she's saying. Good morning, Bethan, Lucy, Amelia, Janice. She's from a wet Swansea, so it's like it's quite nice and sunny here where I am. So hopefully, if the Mondays are kind of like keep for like designing new patterns and working out new things or working on old patterns, hence doing bits of pieces. So Monday I kind of like reserve for that. So I'm hoping the weather's going to hold that and I can go and bead in the garden later on. Just to top up the tan a little bit. Good morning, Sandra. So said he's we're in Wiltshire and you are in Salisbury. That's a conversation between. Let me just take a sip of my coffee. Good morning, Angela, Francis. Angela is saying Dull in Northwest Scotland. Good morning, Gwen, Lydham, Karen, Diane, Mina, Brenda Lovely, GT, Isla, from a changeable clit hero. Clit hero? I hope I just said that one right. Me and names, so that makes. Good morning, Julie. Says the sun is trying to come out in Wales. Good morning, Lorna, Victoria, Lucy, Mina, Elizabeth, Debbie. Debbie's saying I'm busy making a lot of hex bead spiral staircase bracelets as fly curtain tie bags. Ooh, that's a really good idea. Good morning, Ellie. Ellie said it's 7 p.m. in Sydney, Australia, but we have wonderful winters there. Oh, wow, Ellie. Thank you so much for joining us from virtually from the other side of the world. How cool is that? Good morning, Dorothy. Says is a dismal in Glasgow. Then is saying, Angela, good morning, Geraldine and Joe. Oh, there's Lou, good morning from Dublin. I wonder how there's the weather in Dublin. Do let us know. Morning, Camille, Elizabeth, Victoria, Michelle, oh, Minas. There's so many love yous here. Right. Okay, let's get started. Otherwise, I'm just going to be here chatting. So I'm very quickly gonna, what shall I do first? The website or show you? I'm going to show you the website very, very quickly first, and then turn you down, and then we can stay down on the table. Right. So I'm going to pop to the website, and you know the drill by now. Oh, good morning, Pamela. And good morning, Debbie says, a sunny in Peterborough. Right, so you know the drill. You're going to go totothebeads.co.uk. You are, there's a couple of places you can get to our tutorials. We have got over, 300-400 tutorials now. So you can either go into these categories and go down to video tutorials here, or you can go into video tutorials here and just click on that button and it will all come up. And we have got hundreds and hundreds of tutorials. You can view them by technique, you can view them by date, or you can view them by kind. So you can go into those settings, and I'm very quickly just going to pop into date usually, and May, April, March, all the way back to look at those, all the way back to June 2021, all the way back to last year. So we got loads and loads and loads in there. These are all mixed back, so that's when the dates we did. But equally, if you pop out and you go in tutorials by kind, then you can look up bracelets separately, and then it comes up all sorts of bracelet designs we did over the last more than a year now, year and a half almost. There is loads and loads and loads in there to choose from, some of them stitched wireworks, etc. So do check that one out. Now I'm going to go into today's right at the top, which is a hematite flat spiral. I just kept it nice and simple, hematite flat spiral, and that's it. So we got 6 colorways. Now I was playing with more, but Simon said, no, you're gonna have to limit yourself, because I keep going on and doing more and more colorways. So we got autumn rainbow, we got blue, we got bronze, we got gold, we got green, and we got purple. Now don't forget, it makes 2 bracelets, not just one, and there is 2 different colors of formula in there. So I'm going to show you them. I'm going to come back. They're usually £10. Simon giving us an amazing 20% off, so down to £8 today. So do order yours. Now I'm going to come back, and then I'm going to go down. My other camera says no. I've got no input. Why is that? Let's have a look. I'm going to come back to me, and then we're going to go down on the mat, and I'm going to show you these samples of. There we go. Right, they're right at the top. Let me just zoom out a little bit more so we can see it. Move the microphone out. Okay, so these ones, what I'm wearing is the purple one. So I have added this really nice, let me zoom in a little bit, and then we can do you tell me which one do you want me to demo with. Oh no, the wrong one, because then we got all of them here. So this one is the purple with this beautiful violet seed beads, and I added 2 different colors of 4mm with it. So you can make 2 bracelets, but they're going to be slightly different. So one of them is this one. It's going to be a bit more summery, I suppose. And this one is a little bit lighter and a little bit darker. They are both very, very beautiful. And the shapes of the hematite beads are drums. So you got 6mm and 4mm beads in your kit. And I just think, sometimes less is more. And we did this with pearls, we did this stitch with crystals, we did the miracle beads, all sorts of different things, which was more of a round shape. And this one, we have got more of a drum shape, but I still really do love it. And you can stack these all up. Right. So the next one, actually, I'm going to pop this bracelet off so I can put it on the top of my wrist. Now this is the bronze colorway, and excuse me, but I only and our lovely Brenda did help me to make some of these samples up, but I haven't had time to finish the bracelet. So I thought, instead of doing one bracelet all the way around, I'm going to do both of the colorways and just give you a little sort of a sample swatch. So this is the bronze colorway, and you got one which is more bronze, and the other one which has got bronze beads in the middle and got gorgeous golds on the outside as well. Again, I would go sort of this more sort of male and this maybe more sort of female, but it's just up to you. It's unisex. I guess you can wear it either way. So next one is coming up. I'm going to show you the gold. I love this gold. So this is our champagne gold, and I love, and actually the seed beads I put with it is a 557, which is our galvanized gold seed beads, and I think it just comes up beautifully. So here you got a lighter gold, and you have the bronze on the other side as well. I think they look perfect as well. Dorothy's saying they're pretty. Joy's saying, oh, I love hematite so much. I must find time to make one of these. Absolutely. They are so beautiful. And moving on, actually, let's move to the other hand. And then I can... Oh, Lucy's saying, oh, the gold is lovely too. So this one is the autumn rainbow. I usually call this colorway as mermaid pink as well. So sometimes when you find the crystals, I named it mermaid pink because I loved the way how all those different colors, sort of pink stills, turquoises and greens are coming together. So here, like, it's only a slight little different. You got, because the hematite is very shiny. And what happens is these ones are actually green, but the light, this sort of as hits the bracelet, they reflect the color which is in front of them. So although both of the bracelets are very like kind of like different, but the colors coming through is gonna be kind of the same because the hematite is so shiny, it just reflects anything. Louis saying she loves the bronze color. Anything you have on it. So I love this colorway as well. Right, next one is, which I'm definitely gonna make one for myself because you know I'm partial to a little blue. So what I did here, I have added the frosted seed beads in with the hematite as well, and it just came up perfect. You got a light color 4mm and a darker color 4mm and a darker color 6mm in this kit. I love these blues. I really do love it. Right, next one is our green. Last but not least is our green. Now I added, this is more green on green. And on this other one, I have added the beautiful rainbow beads in there. So it's bringing like pinks and purples into your bracelet, into the green as well. So again, a bit more male, a bit more female, but like, you know, any way you want to divide it up, but each one of the kits will make you do bracelets. Sheila's saying, I like the blue. Lovely greens and rainbow. Dorothy is saying, I was thinking that too. Kimon is saying, green looks like Christmas bracelet. Yeah, could be. Could be as well. Right, which color? I want you to tell me which color do you want me to demo it. So just to remind you, actually, let's zoom out so we can see it better. If we go out that much, that's probably good enough. So we got the lovely bronze at the top here. Then we have got this beautiful champagne gold. We got the autumn rainbow, the mermaid pink, as I call it. We got the blue, the beautiful blue. We got the green, and then we have got our purple one. So do let me know which one do you want me to demo with. Oh, Lucy's saying, wow, hard choice. Oh, looks so nice. Well, if we did it like a whole day stream, we could do like a 7-hour, 8-hour, 24-hour stream, and I could beat each one of them. So Diane is saying gold. Gwen is saying, I like the blue. Karen is saying the rainbow. So the rainbow is with the green. Or did you mean, no, you meant the autumn rainbow, I think. Kimberly is saying gold. Gwen is saying blue. Green mermaid. Gold. Ooh, the gold is coming down. The gold is coming down. Joe's saying gold as well. Debbie's saying blue. Bronze. I'm taking your first answer, Lou. Autumn rainbow. Very much in the lead. Blue. Well, let's not leave the lovely green behind and the purple. Blue, please. Ooh, blue is almost all the way down. Love the blue, but gold will be easier to see. So I'm going to take the first answer. Blue's almost gone. So maybe we need like, oh, look, the blue is dragging and the green behind. One is saying rainbow, mermaids. The mermaid is coming up. Gold or blue, so I'm going to take your first answer. Gold. Rainbow. Right, so the rainbow and the blue, and now the gold as well is head by head. So whoever says the next color is going to have to be it, I think. So let's see who else comes in with the next comment. Who can type quick enough? Let's see who can type quick enough. Oh, we got it. It's Nina. Yay, it's rainbow. So we're going to do the rainbow one. And then Camille said gold. Asha said blue and Kate said gold. But the rainbow went down all the way. So we're going to do this colorway. Let me just move these other ones back up to the top. Right, so we got 2 different colors in there. I think, yeah, it's going to show up nicely. Absolutely. Right, we're going to 2 different colors in here. And I am just going to grab the beads out. Mina is saying, I want all colors, please, please. They're all so beautiful. Oh, bless, I love them too. So we're going to use the 4mm mermaid color. And then we need this 6mm. Let's put the green to the side. I just packed everything in a bag yesterday. I was trying to keep everything nice and tidy. There we go. And then we're going to use a 2mm clasp. So I'm going to show you how to start the stitch. We're going to do the stitch a little bit, and then I'm going to show you how to add the end on it. Just grabbing some thread and a needle, and then we will be good to go. So do let me know in the comments if you have done flat spiral before, if you have done any of our other kits. I would love to know. Well, I think we can zoom in just a little bit more. There we go. So we can have a really nice close-up of how we're doing this stitch. I'm just going to grab some seed beads. And thread a needle. Oh, Julie, thank you so much for the stars. Asher, thank you so much for the stars. And Debbie, thank you so much for the stars. You girls are so nice to me. Right, I'm just grabbing a needle. Every single one of them is really much appreciated. I'm just going to go and thread this needle quickly, coming through. Right. So Ruth is saying she loves a flat spiral. Morning, Tina. Question, sorry, went in a work course, so need to know what we get in the kit, please. So you're going to have 2 strands of the 4mm beads. So I'm going to work with the rainbows, but in this one you also get the green as well. I've broken the strings because I was making the little samples up, and you're going to get 1 strand of the 6mm. Now 1 strand of the 6mm is enough for 2 bracelets, and you're also going to get a 10 gram of size 11 seed beads, and you're going to get 2 clasps as well, so you can make your 2 bracelets. Although the bracelets, like, you know, they're going to be quite big. They're going to be my size. This is 1/2 of the kit. Let me just very quickly measure this for you. So my bracelet is 21 centimeters, which is like just over 8 inches, and you can make two of those. So we're going to start by... Oh, and Angela's saying, love your ring. I'm going to do a quick video tutorial on the ring because I got another pattern as well on the peyote stitched ring, like a little bit easier one. So I'm going to do that one first. And because I started to do some shorter form tutorials as well. Right, so we're going to pick up 2 6mm drums. I keep wanting to say rondelles, but they're not rondelles, they are drums. Yes, men's size is about 8 inches. Yeah, I got a very I got a very chunky wrist. I have. So yes, that would be fine. Oh, Mutlu Singh, I love your ring too. Yeah, I will do a tutorial on that. Oh, thank you, Ali. I'll definitely do. This is just like really easy. I've done one like a long time ago, but I will do another one, like a very quick one, because it's really quick to do. Right. Okay. So let's get started. So I'm gonna be picking up seed beads. Like we'll be always working with 2 of our 6mm rondelles, and then we're going to add loop on one side and we're going to loop on the other side, then we're going to move along. So we're always going to, when we're picking up our seed beads and our smaller beads, we're always picking up the same one. So I'm going to pick up 3 size 11 seed beads, a 4mm drum, and another 3 size 11 seed beads. I'm just going to take this down all the way so you can see, and then I'm going to come through from the tail end. This is the tail end, both of those 6 mils. So when I pull this up, this is just going to form a nice, just like that, it's just going to form a nice loop on one side. Now I'm going to go and repeat this one more time. So I'm going to pick up, before I step along, so I'm going to pick up 3 seed beads. I'm going to pick up a little 4mm drum and another 3 seed beads, and then I'm going to come through those beads again, just like that. And I'm going to pull this up nice and tight. Now I'm going to make sure when I pull them up, I don't want the loops sitting on top of each other. I'm going to make sure one loop is sitting to the right and one loop is sitting to the left. And now, because I got a loop on either one of those sides, I am ready to jump up. So I'm going to pick up another 6mm and take it on the top. Rondels, you did it again. Oh, I'm so sorry. They are drums, but even for Simon, I was saying the other day, oh, well, can you bring those hematite rondels home? And someone was like, what hematite rondels? You weren't working with hematite rondels, you were working with drums. They do look like fat rondels, I guess, but never mind. Drums, hematite drums. So just do keep me in check, and if I say rondelle, just shout at me in the comments. So I added one on. I'm gonna go ahead and pick up my sequence again, which is 3 seed beads and a 4mm and another 3 seed beads, and I'm gonna go through 2 of my 6 mils. You always go through 2, so I'm gonna go through this last one and the one before. So see, I'm not going to go through this first one. I'm going to go through the second one and the third one. And when I pull this up, this loop is just going to be one further up. So can you see the loop underneath it is connected to number 1 and number 2. And this loop is connected to number 2 and number 3. I'm going to repeat this again. So I have got a loop on the other side. Picking up 3 seed beads, a 4mm drum, and another 3 seed beads, and going through number 2 and number 3 as well. I'm pulling this up nice and tight. I think I'm gonna pick it up just in a sec and hold it onto in my hand. There we go. And I'm making sure one loop is on one side and the other loop is on the other side. And I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna repeat this. So I'm gonna jump up because I got both of those loops. I'm gonna pick up a drum, take this all the way down. And you're saying I have done this bracelet before, but not with hematite. So this is what I love about beadwork, that we have got like certain techniques which are really lovely go-to and easy techniques, and then we can go and make them with all sorts of different materials and they will look absolutely different. Diane is saying, tip, it would work nice with rondels just adjust the seed beads. So yes, you could use any other beads on there with flat spiral. So if I added something like a smaller bead here, I would have to add more seed beads on there. But on the kits, you get the drum beads. And going through those 2 again. And I'm still always picking up the same thing And I'm going to make sure one loop is on one side, and the second loop I just added, I'm going to pull, even if it ends up on the same side, I'm going to pull it over to the other side and open this up just like that and pull it tight. It's quite crucial to pull it tight so you don't have any gaps. Right, I'm ready to move along, so I'm going to pick up another 6mm, take it down. And sometimes your seed beads can sit, so I'm just going to show you. So sometimes your seed beads can sit like sort of underneath. They can just sit there. And when you take your 6mm down, can you see that just sitting on the top of it? So what you need to do is to push these seed beads out of the way to allow the 6mm drum sit on top on the 6mm drum before. So you have got a nice and tight finish. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pick up 3 seed beads and a drum, 3 seed beads, and go through the last 2. So the one I just added and the one before. So always going through 2 6mm on my design here. And there we go. So I got one loop. I'm going to pull that to the left, and then I'm going to add another loop. Again, exactly the same. 1, 2, 3, and going through the last 2 again. Paul is saying, yes, she's done this before as well, but not with these beads. I love these drum beads. They are beautiful, and hematite as a mined mineral, it's got a very high iron content, so it can be magnetized as well. I really do love hematite. I guess it's one of the cheapest gemstones out there to work with, but it's beautiful. Like they're just so smooth and they're so shiny, and I really do love it. I love all gemstones, really. Well, and all beads. Let's not discriminate the beads. All beads. I love all beads. Kimberly's saying she's done it with pearls. Lucy's saying, love this stitch. Looks different with different beads. Absolutely. And we are ready to step up. And because we are using like 6mm drums, it does grow quite quickly as well, I guess. 1, 2, 3 seed beads, a drum, and 3 seed beads. And I'm going to go through this last 2 again. And there we go. I'm just going to pull this up. I'm going to pull this to this side. Make sure that seed bead sits to the side and not on the top of the drum. And repeat, adding the second loop on here. And going up through those 2. And pulling this up. Picking up the next one. And 3 seed bead, a drum, another 3 seed bead. Now don't forget, Simon has given us a 20% discount on the bracelets, and for £8 you can make 2 bracelets. So it doesn't just make 1 bracelet, it makes 2 bracelets, and they're hematite beads. So I don't think I needless to say anymore. You got discount on it, and they are hematite, so they are perfect. It comes with a printed PDF as well. Because like each one of the flat spirals we did, we either use different size of seed beads, so we're picking up different numbers of seed beads, or we were doing, you know, or the end, I finished this one differently as well, because I've like slightly differently how I finished it before, and I'm going to show you that just in a sec. And I still use the 2-loop clasp. So when we did the miracle bead version, we did a 1-loop clasp, just a magnetic clasp, which looked great on there. You did it with miracle beads and was lovely. I did it with different color seed beads on each side. Yes, you could do that as well. So you could have like a 2-color bracelet if you had 2 seed beads. So for the first 3 seed beads I pick up would be a color, and then pick up your drum, and then the second 3 would be a different color. And then if you turn your bracelet over, it would be different. It would show different color loops on either side. Okay, when he's saying you have so many projects on the go, I just love it. Yes, I have so many projects on the go as well, Camille. But that's the only way to be, I guess. There we go. 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna add probably about 2 or 3 more sections, and then we're gonna do the end. So how many of you tried the double spiral? When we did the double spiral before, do let me know in the comments. Or actually, let me know in the comments if you haven't tried it, and then I will go ahead and come up with a new design for double or triples. If you could even do triple spiral, double, or double or triple flat spiral. Let me know in the comments if you want to do that, and I go ahead and make a design up and schedule it in, because I love to do actually myself something with a little bit, even a little bit smaller beads. It would take longer, but I think it would look. Ogoni is saying they can't stop looking at the ring. I'll make a video for it. It is on my list, and I'm gonna make another video for some other rings as well. I love beaded rings, and especially, like, you know, I'm sure, like, you know, like I have got like an eternity ring what Simon bought me some time ago, and I have, like, you know, I have got nice rings, but I do not dare to wear them because I always afraid I lose them or damage them, or, you know. So I love beaded rings because they can be relatively cheap and they could look really good. And most importantly, you can accessorize yourself, so you can choose the right color of ring to the clothes you are wearing. And then say I have done a double spiral. It's on the USB. Yes, absolutely. It's on one of the USBs. I think it's on a USB number 3. And I think actually Sarah did the demo for that one, because when I was doing USB number 3, I was so, not behind, but I just really didn't calculate the time I needed to get it done by. And I had to phone Sarah up and said, come down and help, please. So she came down for a couple of days and helped me to do some filming, because I could just give them to her. And she would just sit down and do the filming, and I was concentrating on doing the PDFs, because like Sarah could have helped to do the filming, but she couldn't do obviously the PDFs for me, because we do different styles. So she do like a picture style instructions, taking pictures as you go along, and I do a fully illustrated one. Oh, if it's on the USB, then I done it, Angela is saying. I have done the double, but I haven't done a single spiral on my very long to-do list. Oh, Karen, then this is the perfect opportunity to do it. These are like a little bit more unisex as well, because sometimes it's nice to do, like we do all this beadwork, and sometimes it's just nice to do something for that man in our life. I have made Simon bracelets before. I made him a chainmail one. I don't even know where it is, actually. It doesn't wear it. He's not really a jewelry person at all, but I have made him bits, and occasionally when he puts it on, like, it makes me feel really glad as well. Lucy's saying she hasn't completed her USB 4 yet. There's good stuff on there. So USB 4 was all on duo beads, like beads with 2 holes. I need to think about the USB number 5 some point, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. I either need to clone me so I can do twice or 3 times as much. Oh, I don't know. We'll see. Right, so I only got a couple of feet of thread left, and actually half of the bracelet is done. So I'm going to go ahead, and after this, I'm going to add the end on there. Just do these loops. So before, when we added the end, we have to add another extra section. And I kind of thought about that one because, like, as we getting to the end of the bracelet, what we are doing is like, and I'm doing exactly the same as so many of everybody. What we're constantly doing is we measuring the beads around our wrist. And if in the clasp, if you have to add an extra section, then you kind of like need to visualize a gap where your end is going to be. So what I have done is, for this one, I have slightly changed how we are going to attach the clasp. So I'm just going to grab a clasp. I'm going to use the rose gold clasp for this one, and within this 2 loop clasp, and I'm just going to bring this one out, and I'm going to grab another one. I'm going to grab this one. You will see that between clasp and clasp, this is not faulty at all, but between clasp and clasp, there can be a very different. They're magnetic, so they're pushing each other apart. The loops on one of the clasp is wider, and the loops on the other clasp are closer together. It's normal. It's what usually happens. So I always say, when you're working with a 2 loop clasp, the first thing what you need to do is just to put it down next to your bracelet and see where are those beads want to connect. And where do you, like, you know, where are we going to go through the loops? What bead do I need to come out then to go through that loop? So previously we have added the seed beads towards the loops. Now in this, if the loops are really far apart, then I would go ahead and pick up a seed bead, like where I am right now, go through a loop and come back on myself. But on this particular one, the loops are quite, like, you know, they're quite close to each other. So I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to go into one of that loop, and I'm going to come back on myself. So I'm going to come back 1, I'm going to come back 2 of my 6 mil drums here. And then I'm going to go down on the side. I'm going to go all the way down on this loop I created previously, but I want to stop. So again, I'm just going to pull this out. I want to stop as I'm coming out this seed bead here, just like that. So then I'm going to go through the loop again, and then I'm going to pull it really tight. Oh, sorry, one more seed bead. There we go. I'm going to pull it really tight. So you have to come at the seed bead just after the drum. And when I pull this tight, and I'm going to put this down, when I pull this tight, what is it going to do? It's going to force this to sit right behind, just like that. Then as we're coming out of the loop, I'm going to go back up, back through that loop. Oops. I got my bracelet caught on there. Back through the loop, then around, and I'm going to come down right in the middle through both of those 6 mils, and this time I'm going to sew into the other loop on the clasp, and I'm going to repeat exactly the same thing on this side as well. So going back up, then I'm going to come, not just pulling that tight, going to come down on this side. Out of those beads, and then through that loop, and we're going to go back up. Now we're going to have to add another loop on the top, because if we don't add another loop on the top, these loops, can you see, they can flip-flop, they can come up and go down. And what I really want, these loops, because as you're doing your flat spiral, the next loop is what forcing the loop before, like the flat down. So what we want to do is to add another little kind of like a half a loop to the end. So this little half a loop at the end, which are 3 seed beads, is going to force the loop, this loop, right down to fan out and to sit nice and tight. So I'm going to go back into middle. I'm going to have to pop down to the bottom. And it doesn't matter which loop you're going to go through. All I'm interested in at the moment is to turn my thread puff around. So I'm going to go through 2 6s. And then when I'm coming back up, I'm only going to come back up through 1 of the 6s. Just wiggle that through because I've been going through so many times. I pulled it together nice and tight. And now I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to pick up 3 seed beads. And I'm just going to go in. So I'm going to leave the after the drum, you're going to leave the first seed bead alone, and you're going to go into the second and third seed bead towards your clasp, just like that. So that will force this side of your beadwork down. And then we're going to jump straight ahead and go to the other side. Now here, depending on how far your loops are away, you're going to either need like 2, 3, or even 4 seed beads. I'm going to go with 3 for this one because they were kind of like those loops were closer together. But before you sew through, just add your seed beads on there and then just measure it. And I think, yeah, 3 is probably about the right size. So I did 3 seed beads. I'm going to go up through the 2 seed beads on the other side, just like that. And then pull this up nice and tight. And with this, we kind of like covering the seed beads as well. With the seed beads, we're covering the loops on the clasp as well. Then I'm just going to turn it. And I'm going to pick up 3 seed beads. And then go back down to the very last drum bead. And I'm going to push it to the other side. So the only thing is left to do if you want to is what I quite like doing is I'm going to turn my thread path around, and one more time I'm going to go back up both of these drums, and I want to come out of this loop on the side, because like when you put your bracelet on, you don't really want to think about it, which one is the front of my bracelet and which one is the back of my bracelet. And one end, as the loops are showing, is going to be the front. But if I go all the way down, that's going to be the back end for the other end of the bracelet. So I'm going to once more turn my thread around. So I'm just going to go into that loop. Again, doesn't matter which loop you're going in. And I'm going to go back up 2 of my 6mm ones here, just like that. And pull this through. Oh no, just 2. I don't want to go through 3. Pull this up. And now I'm going to go down. And I'm going to come through 3 of those seed beads. I'm going to go to the drum. And here, depending again how wide are your loops, you're going to go through 1 or 2 seed beads. My loops are not that wide, so I'm going to go through 2 seed beads towards my clasp. And then I'm going to turn this around because this loop, I want it on this side. And you can see I'm going to have to try to fill a bigger gap here. So 3 seed beads are not going to be enough. So I'm probably going to need 4 or even 5 seed beads. So let's put 4 on and take them down and just try it out. So I haven't stitched anything through. I'm just trying to get the 4 is not going to be enough. So I might even actually need 6. I'm going to pick up a 5th one. Take that down. If you put too many seed beads on here, then what's going to happen, your loop is going to pucker up. If you're not putting enough on there, then your seed beads are going to show. I think I need 1 more seed bead there because I got a little thread showing just here on the side. So I'm going to pick up another one, and then I'm going to come up through the 2 of those seed beads towards the drum and the drum. I'm going to pull this nice and tight, and I'm going to make sure this time this loop is going to stay on this side of the bracelet. So now I haven't really got the front or back to the bracelet. I can wear it either way. Oh, Ali's saying you're a brilliant teacher. I've never seen beading explaining so well. Oh, thank you so much, Ali. I do try. I do try my best. So 3 passes either side. Yeah. Sorry, I didn't. But when we finished, you can go back and watch it. But I have added 3 seed beads on either side there. If that's what you mean. Right, I'm gonna go back up to the middle, and all is it left to do on this side is to sew the bracelet off with a couple of half hitch knots. So once again, I don't just wanna jump and go that way. I'm gonna go down. I'm gonna turn my thread path around, or you can like just knot your thread off here if you like, but kinda like a little bit more security. So I'm gonna go all the way down. It does get a little bit fiddly once you're sewing these beads together more and more. And one thing I like to do when I'm down here, so this time I am not going to go into any of the loops. What I'm going to do, I'm going to catch the thread path on that loop I added on one side. So I just want to come out underneath it. Then I'm going to sew through the bracelet between the loops to the other side. So I'm not going through any beads. I'm just sewing through between the beads the other side. And now I'm going to go back into the 6 mils, but I'm going to go under this little loop I created on the top. So with this, what we're doing is we're going to pull those 2 loops, and I'm just going to show you when I pull this up, just by turning around this way. When I pull this nice and tight, and probably going to see on this side better. So the loops are still kind of a little bit away from the seed bead loops are away from the loops on my clasp. So when I pull this up nice and tight, can you see the clasp just straightened up, and these loops are going to be sitting on top of my clasp, even like tighter and nicer and neater. So that's a little trick you could do. Then there. So now where are we? There we are. So I'm gonna go up. I'm gonna take my thread through just up on a couple more, so I'm away from my end, and I'm gonna catch the thread. So I'm just gonna go right down in the middle between these beads. Now I'm not going through any of the beads at all. I'm just catching the thread path between those 2 beads. So I'm gonna pull this up, and there is this little loop that appeared. I'm gonna go through this loop before it disappears, and I'm gonna pull it up nice and tight. And there's a little knot formed on the top. I'm gonna go through the next 2 beads. Oh, don't say I love this. I love flat spiral as well, one of my favorite stitches. And then I'm going to come through again, just catching the thread path, and I'm going to pull this up nice and tight, and then I have got a second knot forming just there, and I'm going to take it through a couple of more beads, and then I'm ready to trim this side off. And what I need to do now is to take more thread off my bobbin, because my bobbin is still here, add the needle on there and continue beading this way, and then attach the clasp in the same way on that side as well. And that's it to it. It's really easy. Pauline is saying, I will never remember how to put the clasp on, but not to worry, because the kits come with instructions, printed PDF, so it will show you step by step in illustrated form to how to add the clasp on there. And you can always rewatch the tutorial itself as well. So it's not I got you. So we got so many different colors, but don't forget, one kit will make you 2 bracelets. So not just one, it will make you 2 bracelets as you go along. I really do love them. So I'm just going to zoom out a little bit, and I'm going to bring the other colors in as well. So this was I call it mermaid rainbow, but Simon calls it autumn rainbow. It comes with green 4mm or the mermaid colors. We have got the gorgeous bronze. We got the gold. I love the gold as well. A gold, and I love the blue as well. And you can actually, what you can do, if you buy like more than one kit, you could mix the gold with the blue. I think that would look really nice as well. We got the green and the rainbow, and then we have got the lovely purple with these light pink ones and the purple ones as well. I really do love them. Just turn this around so the tags are on the top. I really do love each one of those colors. Tina is saying thank you. You are very, very welcome. Right. I'm just checking back quickly. So if I don't want to miss any of the questions, if you have got your questions, then please do let me know in the comments, so I'll make sure to answer it for you before I go. Lucy's saying, remember, you can always rewatch. Yeah, absolutely. I see you have like a little, I love it that like this is like what, like we've been doing tutorials for so long, and like loads of you like are so supportive and come and watch us every single day. I just like, I couldn't do it without you. You lot are so amazing as well. And what I love, like you form little friendships with each other, and you do like you do talk to each other in the chat. I really do love it. Slow down. You know, saying you're amazing. Make me dizzy. USB 5. I haven't got around any USBs yet. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if we're gonna do or what we're gonna do, but we will see what happens. You know, we could just go and do like loads of putting the USBs together with loads of different techniques and different style of beads and different, you know, I would like to do one on like party and wedding stuff, and there is just so much. There is just so much you can make in jewelry. There's so many techniques. I love it. Louis saying would love to see a double or triple, so absolutely I'll go and I have got a couple of other ideas, but I want to do a double and triple, but I want to make it like kind of smaller. So like smaller and thinner. So when we end up doing double and triple, it's not going to be too wide. It's still quite nice and delicate. And I have got quite a few ideas for that one. I just need an extra 10 hours in each day to be able to sit down and play. But if any of you invent the time machine, please do let me know, because that would be amazing. Like I would use it every single day, multiple times probably. Lucy saying we're a lovely little community here. Kitti, you have brought us all together. You all, thank you so much, Lucy. You lot are amazing as well, because you're the one who come up and come back and like sort of watch me. Right, okay, so what we're gonna do is what we're doing on Wednesday. Let me just bring up my diary quickly. You know me, like my head is like a sieve all the time. So on Wednesday we're gonna be doing hair clips, really like sort of right on coming up on the summer holidays, because that's something what you can do with your children. My lovely Christopher made hair clips for his teacher a couple of years ago as a goodbye present, and she was so moved with it. She was like really, and she couldn't believe it, Christopher done it. But it's so easy. I will show it to you that you could even do it with anybody. And yeah, and back on Friday with Chevron Stitch, which is going to be a brand new one with the check bar beads. And see, with that's a beautiful bracelets. Again, I got quite a few colors for that one for you. So that's it for this week, and then next week we into loads of other beady goodies. Right. This week in the Bead Club, it's going to, let me just check that as well for you. And if you are not in the Bead Club, then you do need to check the Bead Club out, because we always have so much fun in the Bead Club, and it's on Zoom, so you are there with us for about over 2 hours anyway. We're chatting and doing some good bead work. So this week, actually on Wednesday and Thursday, sorry I haven't got a picture for you, it's Sarah's week, and she's doing wire wrapped freshwater pearls with crystals. It's gonna be a really beautiful make. I have seen it, but I haven't got a picture to show it to you. So do have a look at the Bead Club, because Lucy's saying Bead Club is the place to be. Funny saying thanks for another great share, and Lucy put the link up there, and Ruth is saying Bead Club is good. Hoping to have the drums in black or silver for my hubby. So there is a silver color available, and I have played with the silver, but I couldn't really pair up the silver with any other color. So what you could do, Robin, if you wanted to do the silver ones, that if you order any of the kits, put in the comments that please like change it to silver or something, or just like email sales, and probably email sales is better, and they will sort out the silver color for you, but it's going to have to be silver on silver as well. Oh, thank you. And a lovely demo. Thanks, Kitti. Right. Okay. So check out the Bead Club Thursday and Friday. Sarah Millsap is going to be with you in the Bead Club. And I'm back on Wednesday with hair clips. So have a lovely day, everybody. The sun is still shining out there, so I'm hoping it's nice and warm and I can go and bead in a garden. Have a lovely day, and I will see you on Wednesday. Take care, everybody. Keep on beading. Keep on crafting.